नमस्ते। हम हमारे नए प्रोग्राम के साथ आज हाजिर हैं। आज हम बात करेंगे ह्यूमन राइट एक्टिविस्ट फादर सेड्रिक प्रकाश। क्रिसमस का सीजन है और बहुत सारे अटैक्स हो रहे हैं क्रिश्चियंस पे अलग अलग जगह पे। तो इसके बारे में बात करेंगे फादर सेड्रिक प्रकाश से। तो चलिए हम उनसे बात शुरू करते हैं। वेलकम टू आवर शो फादर सेड्रिक प्रकाश। Thank you for
Thank you,
speaking to
Sonal.
us.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you.
Happy Christmas to you. May the blessings of this Christmas season of joy, peace, love, justice, and hope be upon you and your teammates, your colleagues, your collaborators, and all who are listening in to this program of yours.
Thank you. So, though we are talking about a joyous Christmas, there is actually, I would like to get into this whole topic of how there are so many multiple kinds of attacks on Christians, on people sending Santa cabs, which is not even related. They're not even doing any Christian activity for that matter, or stopping carol singers. And so, would you like to comment on these issues? And what do you have to say about each of them?
Yes, thank you, Sonal. And thank you for drawing attention to what is happening in India at this moment to the Christians. We are a minuscule minority, and I think it is important for us to be able to put things down on the canvas. First of all, Christmas is a festival celebrated by one and all. I live and work in Ahmedabad, and there we have Santa Clauses in the shopping malls, in the stores. We have Christmas decorations and festoons and baubles or Christmas trees, Santa dresses, and so on being sold on the Teen Darwaja area. The shops are run by Hindus, by Muslims, by everyone. It is a commercial activity. But making good of a festival, which is of good cheer, which transcends the boundaries of any religion, even of Christianity, everyone in a way celebrates it. Everybody likes this festival. Okay? For us Christians, we believe it is the birth of Jesus Christ, our Savior, who was born over 2,000 years ago in a manger in Bethlehem, in today's Palestine. But I think it is important for us to see what is happening in India. Christians have been attacked. Carol singing, which is the songs of good news of the birth of Jesus, of fellowship, of unity, of fraternity, of equality, are being attacked. People have been bashed up. Prayer services have been stopped in various churches. I think this is totally non acceptable. According to one data source, there have been more than 800 attacks on Christians just in this year. But the point is, especially in the run up to the Christmas season, I think it is pathetic that this can happen to anyone, anywhere. Because we always had, even in the big wars in the world, a truce during Christmas time when the song of Christmas is on peace on earth, peace to all women and men of goodwill. So I think it is pathetic, it is tragic, it needs to be condemned, these attacks, by all from civil society, irrespective of their religion, irrespective of their ideology. It is a disgrace to India because the whole world today is watching what is happening in India today.
I would like to point out that when Prime Minister Narendra Modi was attending Christian Christmas service at in New Delhi at the Church of Redemption, at a time when that was really out there shown, there is a Bajrang Dal leader who's talking about if any Hindus attend a Christian service or a Christmas program, they will be attacked. So, I mean, there is this dichotomy, and nobody is speaking about that, and leaders are not condemning. What do you think?
Yeah, this is sheer hypocrisy. And I think this hypocrisy needs to be addressed. The prime minister goes for photo opportunities. He's a hypocrite. And I need to say it loud and clear. And so is his home minister. The home minister is responsible for law and order in the country. They talk sweet. They do all the theatrics. None of us who are thinking citizens, irrespective of the religion, believe in this. It is sheer humbug, and we need to say it in clear, unequivocal, loud terms. He cannot fool us. He can fool some people some of the time, but not all the people all of the time. But the very fact, some people from the right wing, from the Hindutva ideology, who has who have the blessings from the prime minister and from the home minister, they do it with impunity. A shopping mall in Ahmedabad is attacked, okay, and other
Yes.
places in India. And a leader of the right wing Hindu activists is speaking very, very strongly against anyone who's going. I challenge him. Prime Minister Modi went to a church, the Church of the Redeemer or whatever, New Delhi. Why is he not attacking the Prime Minister? If he is sincere about his words, don't attack only the people, perhaps who dare not open their voice. Attack people there high up in authority. I challenge anyone from the Bajrang Dal to disturb a Christmas, like a Christmas mass presided over by a major archbishop or by a cardinal. I challenge them. Let them do it. Let them do it. And we will see what is going to happen. You take on people on the streets. You take on people who are, in a way, are voiceless. You take up people, and we are very clear. Whenever these right-wing elements, Hindutva elements, do it in the country, they do it because they do it with impunity because they know they have the blessings from the most powerful people in this land, and they will get whatever immunity they need. And I think that is very important for us to realize that. Let's not be fooled.
Yes, people are looking at the prime minister respects Christianity, but he doesn't speak against any of these attacks. He doesn't say anything about it. Neither does the home minister. In fact, this is happening in all BJP governed states, uh, except for I think Kerala, which is not a BJP governed state where this incident happened. There
Yes,
was
but,
also an
but this
attack
time
on
they
the.
attacked because elections are coming. So to polarize people, so very, very clearly, elections are coming. It is of certain elements from the majority community. It is a clear strategy. You divide and rule. You polarize people. You create a sense of a false sense of insecurity. You threaten. You use words like this religion does not belong to our country, and then you garner votes, you garner power, and that is pathetic. That is not the way one should be winning elections. We all know they also manipulate elections. This is not merely a said thing, it is proved without doubt that they do it.
Also, this has now become a regular trend. Every Christmas, there has to be a tax, whether it's in Chhattisgarh or Uttar Pradesh or so many. There's just become a routine thing in so many
Yes,
places.
it happened during the time of Prime Minister Vajpayee. We had it in the Dang. On Christmas Day, Christian institutions were attacked. There was burning of vehicles, and unfortunately, no one died. Okay. A little later, Prime Minister Vajpayee came to the Dangs. I accompanied him. He shed tears. He said, "This should not happen to Christians anywhere." Okay. He goes to the helipad and calls for a national debate on conversion. I'm saying, what has attacks got on the Christians on Christmas Day got to do with the national debate on conversion? They have brought on these anti conversion laws, which are a bogey. It's a clear decoy. They want to shift focus on from the roti kapda or makan, the pathetic stage that India has reached in every global index today. In all indices, India is far below, whether it is on poverty, whether it is on happiness, whether it is on communication, freedom of press, freedom of religion, whatever. Even on climate change, we are way below, and and we have the gumption to say and the dishonesty to say we don't accept what these global indices are about. I think it is pathetic. We have reached bottom where our country is concerned, and it is high time we,
Actually, we quite
we the people of
appreciate
India,
global. Actually,
we the
we
people
quite
of India
appreciate.
take a stand on what is happening in India and focus on the realities which grip India, which grip the Aam Aadmi, the common man, and provide a better sense of life, of livelihood, roti, kapda, or makan, jal, jungle, and jameen for the people who really matter. Look at the Aravali Hills, the whole situation of
This
it,
that issue
the whole
also.
deforestation, the mining given to the powerful corporates. I think we need. Just behind me, you have the photo of Archbishop Oscar Romero, who's now a saint in the Catholic Church. He took a stand against the powerful of his time in El Salvador, and they finally killed him. He paid the price. But today, El Salvador, thanks, San for Salvador, is a country, a city with much less problems, thanks to great visionaries and human rights activists to Saint Oscar Romero.
Okay. In fact, I also would want to ask you to comment on this taking over of Christian institutes. That's another issue. The Seventh-day Adventist school, which has more than 1,000 students, has been given to an administrator over not some murder of a student which happened outside the school. You have
Uh,
some comments?
I think this is pathetically wrong. We all know the facts of the case. I don't want to get into it. But to look into uh, old issues, issues of perhaps non compliance, I'm not debating that. I'm saying even issues of non compliance can be addressed through a notice, through a reminder, whatever it is. The fact that the government wants to take away uh, the Seventh-day Adventist school was one of the best schools in Ahmedabad. They have a huge amount of students from every walk of life, from among the rich and from the poor. There were majority were Hindus, there were Muslims, there were Christians, there were some Jews, there were people from other faiths in that school, and it was known for its excellence in education, um, known for its whole cultural activities, really creating students who will be able to contribute to not merely to the city of Ahmedabad, but to the entire country. And there have been excellent students that have passed out over the years from his portals. But close it down. It's very dicey. Parents are protesting today. We want our students to be with the old management. This is from across the board. What happened when a child was murdered outside the school gates? He died finally, maybe in the hospital. Um, is pathetic, and definitely all of us should condemn any act of violence to anyone anywhere in the world. It must be condemned. But the point is, let the law take its due course. Let the law take its what has to happen. There are appeals, there are courts, there is lower courts, there is high court, there is Supreme Court. Let justice reign supreme, but let the due process of law be followed. Suddenly ignoring all this, asking for the takeover of the school, getting it to the government, and we know the state of government education, especially in a place like Gujarat. It is in generally it is pathetic. That's why everybody, including the children of politicians, the children of the bureaucrats, go to private schools, not to government schools. They don't go to municipal schools. I think this needs to be asked. This needs to be questioned. Why was the Seventh Day Adventist school taken? The answer given is non-compliance. Could these non-compliance issues be addressed in a more objective, in a more professional manner, or could they not? Were they given notices? Were they allowed time to maybe rectify any imbalances, any flaws which were systemic? I think they should be given a chance. Everyone is given a chance. Somebody who's involved in a major rape is finally out, acquitted. I mean, this is nonsense. Just because he has to happen to be belonging to the BJP, when there are such serious crimes happening in the country of corruption, of manipulation of the whole electoral system, of the money made through demonetization, of what is happening in electoral bonds, or who has reaped the money, who has raked in the mullah, we need to ask. We are a country steeped in corruption, in communalism, in not caring for the ordinary citizen. It is high time we change for the better.
During this Christmas time, the Prime Minister also
Yes,
met a
just
lot of
for that.
Christian leaders. So would you like to comment on that? And what should have been their role about questioning, or rather asking questions to the Prime Minister?
Christian leaders, both in the hierarchy and the clergy, should not be naive. They do it, many of us understand, because in a way, they have self-interest. And the Prime Minister definitely has his own self-interest. Okay? And where Kerala is concerned, he is looking for the elections, nothing else. He wants to polarize people. He wants to try to get the Christian fold into what we say in Gujarati, his kabja, his control. And so then he creates, you know. Now, I think the Prime Minister has the right to meet anybody, including Christian leaders. And I definitely feel that the Christian leaders have the right to meet an official like the Prime Minister. But the point is, what is the content of such meetings? Are they giving a written memorandum?
Yes.
Asking for three things. One is to stop the attacks on Christians and all other minorities and all other vulnerable sections of society, including the Muslims, the Sikhs, the people from the LGBTQIA community. Stop these attacks against all minorities and vulnerable communities of the country. We must take a stand for the Muslims too. Secondly, there are the anti-conversion laws. Don't we know that we have clear the Article 25, which guarantees freedom to preach, practice, and propagate our religion? Who can stop us? It's a constitutional guarantee. It's a fundamental right. We are not talking about conversion, but why people even preventing even from having church services, from having maybe carol
Yes.
singing, from telling about the good news. Conversion is my personal business. And as even the Universal Declaration of Human Rights guarantees me very clearly that I have a right to change my religion, perhaps not once, but 3 times a day. Changing of my religion or stop believing in a God is my personal issue, is the issue of my conscience. So how do I ensure that these rights are guaranteed? That is the second. And the third is very clearly ensure to the withdrawal. The second was the withdrawal of all these so-called anti-conversion laws. The third is that very clearly that Christians are not foreigners, are not anti-nationals, and neither are Muslims. We are sons and daughters of this great country of ours, which we love very much. The people who go abroad, who pay huge amount of money, to get into through human traffickers into the United States, die in the snow, go to the West Indies, find out who they are, who have been sent handcuffed into India and sent back by this current US administration. A lot of people. So Indian Christians, Indian Muslims who are in India have remained faithful to the Constitution. I take great pride in this country. Stop destroying the country, stop destroying the democratic ethos of the country, stop negating the rights and freedoms of all citizens, very especially of the minorities today.
So why do you think our leaders are not asking the questions? This is repeated every year. There is a meeting, they meet people.
Right. They should, because they're frightened. They're frightened. And I'm convinced that anyone, Jesus tells us, I'm a Christian, none of us should fear anyone who destroys the body, except the soul. When we have lost, when we start becoming fearful of these things, when we start protecting our self-interest, we clearly show that we are not witnesses of Jesus. We are not authentic disciples in the India of today. We should stand up, just as Oscar Romero has done. Stand up, be visible, be vocal, and speak out for the truth, for what is right, what is just as Jesus did, and just as he wants us today to do in today's India.
Right. So on that, no note of what we should be doing going forward, I would like to thank you for giving me time, especially at this very busy Christmas season, and talking to us. We thank you.
Yes, thank you very much, Sonal. Thank you to all your viewers. There are many viewers who will view this YouTube video, and thanks. We certainly hope that we, all women and men of goodwill, take a stand for what is truth, for what is right, for what is just, for what is peaceful, for the justice, liberty, equality, fraternity, the diversity, the unity and dignity of every single citizen of our great country. Happy Christmas and Happy New Year to one and all.
Thank you. Thank you so much. तो आपने देखा कि किस तरह से फादर सेड्रिक प्रकाश ने ये सारी जो अलग अलग हादसे हैं उसका संज्ञान लिया और उनने बात की, उन्हें बताया कि किस तरह से सिर्फ अथॉरिटीज को नहीं पर इवन आम भारतीय नागरिक को इस पे उनका स्टैंड लेना चाहिए और उन्हें कंडेम करना चाहिए इस तरह के अटैक्स जो हो रहे हैं माइनॉरिटीज पे और मार्जिनलाइज लोगों पे, और किस तरह से हमारे देश में वी नीड टू प्रोटेक्ट आवर यूनिटी। तो आपका क्या मानना है? डेफिनेटली आप हमारे वीडियो पे कमेंट कीजिएगा, हम जवाब भी देते हैं। आप हमारे वीडियोस को लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। आप सबको अ वेरी हैप्पी न्यू ईयर। नमस्ते।